Oh, spider web. Gotta love those. It's one thing about playing early in the morning. Today, man, it's a beautiful morning. I'm out at one of my favorite places. I haven't actually thrown around out here in probably a week and a half, 2 weeks. But I have been on my last few videos. You see me out here throwing just to practice on getting some shots in. Today, I thought I'd try something a little bit different. I'm going to basically throw 2 discs off of each tee. 1 disc, a little more safe play. And then 1 disc I throw off the tee. I'm going to try to play a little more aggressive. We're here at hole 1, a 315 feet to the basket. You can see the basket pretty much straight ahead. Little bit of an uphill green behind the basket. To your left is a Mando. You need to keep it to the right of that pole. Anything in the parking lot is OB. I have the worst trouble with this hole. I haven't parred this one because I either throw out of bounds. A couple of times I've even thrown too far to the right here and gone out into the street. Behind this tree line on the right is a street. I'm going to take my diamond and I'm just going to try to place it right out there in the middle. Well, that was my safe play and I still almost knocked it out of bounds. I do have a little bit of a headwind. Now I'm going to take the orbital. It's 11.5 negative 4.51 and I'm going to try to get it to crank out there a little bit more. Put a little more power into it. Sometimes I wind up overthrowing it. I can't say it went where I was aiming, but man, I'll take that shot. There's part of me on this one that wants to take like something a little more stable, like my rhythm, and hit it off the top of the hill and let it skip towards the basket. But since I'm playing this one a little more safe, I'm just going to take my pixel and try to upshot it right up there. I'm going to go a little bit to the right and give a little bit of a fade, hopefully. Sounds good in theory, but executing is a different story. Oh, got too much up on the hill though. So since we're playing aggressive, I'm going to take my rhythm, even though it's a 7-speed. I'm going to put on a little bit of ante and see if it'll come back with a fade. Whew. Right idea, just had a little too much. Being a safe shot, what I might try to do is, since I push putt, I'm just going to let it float down. So if it does hit, it's going to go down. Because there's one thing I don't want to do is go past. So we'll try that. Oh, not bad. I wouldn't want to be that high just in case I missed. I'd rather be low. Here's my aggressive shot. A little bit uphill. Oh, too short. And again, another day without parring that one. Okay, so now we're on 2. 2 is running about 363 feet. It's one of the longer holes out here. The one nice thing about this one, you have an upper level up here that's pretty good fairway. You have a little bit of rough, and then behind that tree is another fairway, just lower level. And that's the same level the basket's on. Basket's going to be behind that tree up around the creek line. Because if it hyzers on you or it fades, it's going to fade down to the lower level, which is kind of what you want. I don't know if there's really an aggressive or a not so aggressive shot on this one because it's 363 feet for me. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. You know, me versus me. You know, conservative versus aggressive, but those are kind of long words. So I'm not sure. So if you have any suggestions, put it down in the comments. It's just going to be trying to think about playing a little more conservative and trying to keep par, or play more aggressive and see kind of the different thinking of lines. Kind of helps me out with the shot shapes. My diamond. Trying to keep my elbow up. Pouring coffee. There you go. Then I got that fade. Should be a good shot there. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Doesn't fade too much. Didn't get much of a skip, so that's good. So this is the elevation I was talking about. And then this is where we're at. It's almost too much choices. I'm gonna go with the Mako 3, throw it out on the right to get a little bit of a fade into the basket. Whew. Man, and that was the safe shot. Trying to keep you out of the sun a little bit. Sorry, I'm starting to breathe heavy. All right, same concept. There we go. Oh, too short. Here I was trying to be aggressive with that shot. Oh, there's a putt. Oh, don't hit the camera. All right, now going for the safe one here. Aggressive made it. All right, both of them got par. We're even through 2. This hole is a little trickier. 306 feet. It's a tree wall right about the distance where I throw. Basket's on the other side, it opens up pretty good for it. Along the right side, it's all out of bounds, and it's a fence line in somebody's yard. And it's not very far off from those 2 little bushes to the right of that danger sign. If you can get it to turn and then fade back into, there's a little 10, 12-foot gap right there between the trees. A lot of people like to go to the left and try to go around that one tree and then come back to the basket. I'm gonna go and try to turn it towards the out of bounds, and then hopefully it fades down. If it doesn't turn, it's going straight out of bounds. I'm gonna have to get over there and dig around. But I think on the safe one, I'm gonna go to the left over here and then play it up with a turnover towards the basket. It's always fun when you're looking through your bag, you're going, well, I think I'm gonna take and be aggressive and go to the right. Then you look in your bag and you left the disc on the last hole. Don't wanna leave that. Yeah, man, I'm just short of the tree. I got a little too much fade on that one. If I could have just got it to push a little bit more before it faded. I had the right line, actually. I just didn't play my disc right. It's not the disc fault, I just didn't play it right. All right, so this one I'm just gonna go right out towards those trees on the left, try to play it a little more safe. Whoops. Sometimes when you take an understable disc and you get a hold of it, it kept turning. If it would have gone a little bit past the trees and turned, but I'm not used to throwing that far. So let's go see what we got. You can see that little 10-foot gap. If you can get it to come right over here and then fade, which I've done one time, it's a pretty good little tree line. You do have some openings, but that is not a good lie. Not a good lie at all. I don't even know what I'm going to do on this one. Well, got me out from behind the tree, but I don't throw forehand, so it's one thing I would like to learn. I just haven't got to that point yet. Yeah, I know that diamond turned on me. Oh man, that's a terrible spot. I'm like right in the trees. Here I was trying to be safe with it, and I am in the trees. I am gonna try to just pitch out there, play safe. I don't even know how to get in there. I don't even know if I can. And then I realized they moved the basket. It's a little further left. If I'd have just kept it more left. I'm just gonna pitch out over here. Ow, that was a thorn. I know I should probably practice these, but being a Sunday morning, I'm the only one out here, and I'm having fun, and I'm videoing, I'm not gonna do that one. I'm playing it safe. Isn't that playing safe? Worked for me last time, so let's see if I can get it to fade. Oh, there we go. Woo! Hit the pole. Hit the pole. That was my safe. Unfortunately, I had to pitch out of that tree. So that's 4. So I guess that would be a scramble, even though I didn't scramble out of the woods. I pitched out safely. Whoa, man, oh man. Well, let's see if I can at least save bogey. Oh, too high. So there is a 5. There's a 4. This is 307 feet, par 3. You can see the basket just right off the edge of this tree. This is a Mando, so you do have to keep it to the right. But this tree line all the way down is on a fence, and the fence is out of bounds. So we're going to go underworld on this one for the safe shot. Safe has the box. And we're just going to try to, nice and easy. This is the one I usually over yank. I overthrow, trying to get it past. I don't know why. You throw it harder, it should go past it faster. I don't know. It's kind of like fire trucks. If you go faster, they should get smaller. That's what we used to always say. Oh, just like that. Play it safe. Nice glide over. It's pretty wide open when it gets out to the left. Oh, too much to the right. No, it's good. All right. Good disc for me today. I think I've thrown that more today in the last 3 holes than I have the last 3 weeks. Well, the nice thing is I'm safe. Didn't go very far, which is probably a good thing because I think I see a few leaves of 3. Oh, there's some leaves of 3 right there. Got to be careful with that. Got my butt to the camera. Try to get something that I can get out there and turn back a little bit. Something a little more understable. Try to get the diamond out there. No leaves of 3. We're going to put it on a little bit of an ante. Oh man, don't get in the trees. Back in the trees. How did I know that was going to happen? Why would I even throw that if I knew that was going to happen? Way too much ante. Oh, spider web. Gotta love those. It's one thing about playing early in the morning. Looks like I lost my first official disc. I cannot find it anywhere. Funny thing, you put an understable disc on ante, and it's going to stay understable and keep on riding. And it entered all this thick stuff about 6 or 7 foot high. I don't know if you can tell, there is a lot of poison ivy over in here. And it is thick thorns and everything else. Good news is, I did find another disc. I will contact the number and everything on the back and see if they want their disc back. I am going to go right there, throw this person's disc in there, call them, 2-1, 2, out of bounds for 3, shooting 4. And I'm not a straddle putter, but we're going to straddle putt this. Oh, and the aggressiveness keeps the 4, because this should be a par. All right, down a disc. That's a bummer. Hole 5 is 291 feet. Where the grass ends, there's white piping. And the white piping goes all the way to the back of that tree where the basket's at. And then you have this piping on the right. All that piping is out of bounds. And I'll show you the reason why that piping's white and everything else is brown when we get up a little closer. But at 291 feet, I'm just going to chunk down. There's not a whole lot of difference in safe and being aggressive on this one. The main thing is just get it down there. Luckily, I have understable, so sometimes I can get a good turn. Sometimes it still fades on me. But if you're out there in the middle, even on the left, you're in good shape. You just have a longer upshot. I guess I'll throw my underworld on it since I don't have my diamond anymore. I did think about going with the heat. I just haven't thrown it enough to know what it's going to do for me. All right, so I'm just going to throw this straight at that building, those garage doors, because if I can get a little bit of turn on it, the basket's right up past those trees. A turn. Oh man, that thing didn't turn at all, did it? Yeah, it actually faded back just a smidgen. I guess that's keeping my elbow up. That's something I've been trying, and it's a little different for me. My problem is being aggressive. I like to overthrow. Oh, that is not a bad shot. Faded back a little bit on me. As you see the white pipe fence, and then it ends and it becomes brown again. Anything that goes out of bounds on the white pipe fence, the drop zone is back here at this corner. I probably should trust that Mako since it's been working for me pretty good today, but I don't want to take that chance. I'm going to throw this one a little bit on a fade, but throw more of my putter up there because I don't mind being short. I just don't want to be long. Oh, no. Aggressive play. This is orbital. This is actually the best shot I've had. That's on this hole. That's pretty nice. Would like to have turned a little more. Once I was down on the other side of the tree, and then a couple of times I've been out of bounds trying to turn it too much. Well, this one worked out good. Now I am going to try to putt this one because I can get a little float on it. Being aggressive, I'm going to run towards the basket. Oh man, I'm kind of in a pickle. I know I can make this putt. The problem is if I make the putt, I'm at 3. If I play it safe, I'm laying up and putting 4. Lately, I've been throwing a little high. So if I throw high and it skips off the top, I'm going to back to this drop zone back here, and then I'm going to wind up laying up, and then I'm going to end. So I'm going to 2 or 3 strokes down. What I'm thinking I might do is since I push putt, is give it a little bit more air instead of tossing, and just see if it can hit for me and then come straight down if I'm low. I want to be low instead of high, so maybe I won't float it. Maybe I'll just go a little high. Maybe I'm just thinking about it too much. Oh, see, I was high. Oh my gosh. I was high. I did not want to be high, but I was very fortunate. It hit the top and went straight up in the air and down. Okay, so the aggressive play is par. Let's see, miss that one. That's bogey. Ooh, aggressive has the next tee box. Again, I'm not sure I like the aggressive and the safe. If y'all have any ideas, let me know. Par 3, 358, pretty straight down the fairway. You can see the brown fencing on the right is out of bounds. And then right behind the basket, it drops off pretty good. And then the roadway is probably, I don't know, 50 feet behind it. So unless you really juice and crank one, you should be okay. Oh, it needs to come around. Ooh, that's pretty good distance. I think that tire up there on the far right is about 290. I think I'm a little shy of that. I have that heat, just not familiar with it. I'm going to go underworld, even though it's a 7. Get it out there in a safe spot. See, that would have been right on the edge of that rough. Hopefully it caught my upshots. Still trying to get used to the camera. I don't know if I had it on, but just in case I didn't have it on, the Mako 3, the safe shot, I thought I got a little more into it. So here's my conundrum. I got a pretty good tail to left to right wind. If I clank off the dill, it's going down the hill. The only saving grace is if I go past it, it's going to hit that little rough over there, which is not too bad if it stops it. I've made it from there before, so we're going to try to play a safe putt, not too hard. This is for par. Oh man, I almost Didn't throw that hard enough, which landed real close to the pole in case that didn't record, but it just rolled all the way over here. I'm gonna have to more straddle put this one. Oh, there's that high thing I keep doing. So aggressive is a 4. Okay, this is hole 7. Y'all probably familiar with this one. Oh, they cut my little bush. They had a little bush growing right here. But this is hole 7. Y'all probably have seen me throw many a times. This is my little field work area. Again, they changed the basket to the front of the tree instead of the back of the tree. This is playing 270 feet to that first basket. I thought I was going to get real excited because I know in practice I parked it a couple of times. But I got a really good headwind coming right at me. You can see my shirt blowing. Safe has the tee box, so let me get the underworld. Good headwind. Pouring coffee, elbow up. Oh, I got that up in the air. You get a headwind. Oh, it's going to fade though. Oh, good fade. Man, that didn't go as far as it should have. We're going the orbital on this one. Oh, I got it low. Oh, that looks good. A little bit short still. I felt like I let go of that one a little early, but had the right flight. This is where the safe shot landed. Just got this little too nose up for this headwind. Not bad. That was my safe shot. The nice thing about that is it usually lands pretty soft. I normally aim a little right because I got a fade, but I got a headwind coming at me. We'll see. Something I'm still learning. Oh, I probably should have just stepped. That was pretty safe too. This is safe. There's a par. There's a par. I really like this table. It's kind of a neat little table. I was talking with Greg, and he's the one who's takes care of all this, maintains it. It's the one who built it. He said these are old prison tables. Sometimes you just got to utilize what you can find, and he found a good deal on these prison tables. Just taking a little quick break here under the tree. Beautiful tree, great place to sit. You can kind of almost see every hole. It's almost 9 o'clock. Been out here since a little after 7, so having the camera with me is something I'm learning. Takes a little bit getting used to. I don't know if I told you, but you come out here on the weekdays and you want to get your oil changed. They'll change your oil there at the lube shop. If you forget your discs, they'll let you play with a few loaner discs and you can come around and throw it at the baskets. It's out here in Decatur, Wise County. We're just county northwest of Tarrant County, right above Fort Worth. Hope you enjoy this. It's a little more challenging when they let the roughs grow up, and they do on occasion, mainly during the spring and the fall, I think is what Greg told me. Right now, he mows them down a little bit, just get a little more open so you're not, you're not on a 100-degree day out there tromping through all the rough. Nice thing they do. Greg's just a super dude. Met a lot of great people playing disc golf. But enough of me rambling. Let's get on to hole 8. This one's 284 feet. I said these were Mandos. They're not Mandos. You just got to get through the trees. And then y'all have seen me play this one before, but I'm just going to try to get it out there in the middle. Whoop. Man, did I turn that one. Things you learn about videoing. Woo! Man, that's a pretty chunk. All right, Mako 3's been doing me good. I'm going to try the Mako 3 on this one. Got a little bit of headwind, so I got to be careful getting it too far up. Oh, man. All right, this is where the aggressive is. Maybe a left to right headwind. I'm going to throw more of the firm pixel. Oh. That was kind of weak. I probably should have done a step on that one. All right. Pars all around. 392 feet. The basket I just showed you straight ahead. There's usually a rough behind it. Now, if you look on the left, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little gravel path that goes around. When we're playing league play, that's out of bounds if it lands on that gravel. When we're playing casual play, it's all fair. That might, well, I made it through the Mando on 9B. There we go. Little bit of fade there. Ooh, got a little roll. Might have thrown it out too far. Roll. Yeah, too far. Pretty sandy down there. It should kind of be a softer skip. I'm going to throw it again towards those electric boxes. I'm going to put a little more oomph into this one. Woo! Parked it. The safe play, especially normally there's all rough. That's all tall weeds behind it. It drops off about 6 foot past the basket. It drops off. So the safe play I would do on this one would be to just do one of those numbers. So then I'd take my 4 and walk off, because I used to play for bogey on all these. Now I'm pushing pars now, but I still on some holes was playing a little bogey. Like if that rough was there, I would have played that one as a bogey. So now just for kicks, I'm going to run it. Oh, see? Now I'm glad I played bogey. Whew, save that one for bogey. As you can tell, we're kind of in a different spot, different time, different clothes, different place. It's kind of like disc golf. It's a lot of things I've got to learn. And one of the things I have to learn is when you bring 2 batteries, make sure one of them's charged or both of them's fully charged, because one of them wasn't charged at all. And then, of course, that one died on me. Well, some of y'all are going to look at it and say, well, man, that's a wide open course. It's hard to really say that there's aggressive and safe. You're correct. A lot of the safe ones, I would have probably thrown that orbital on, which is I think it's 11 speed, to get more distance so I could have a closer, safe shot. The whole thing is I'm just trying to get in my head, think about certain things. Like for example, on 3, threw a forehand, because I don't throw forehand. I don't know why I didn't just backhand hyzer it around the tree. I could even taken something understable and thrown it up and let it, pan out for me. But the other cool thing about filming yourself is you go back and you see little things like, oh, why did I do that? Why didn't I throw this? Are some of those shots not really safe? Some of them not really aggressive? It's all about the mindset of it. Plus, again, this is wide open. I'll go do that same thing in the trees. I mean, especially if y'all want me to record it and see some of the thought process, because this is a thought process of a beginner. But I won't ramble on any longer. This has been a pretty long video. If you've gone this far, you might as well like and subscribe to it, because either you were watching it as comedy on some old overweight guy trying to throw a disc, or you actually got something out of it. I really appreciate it. Again, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as I always say, make a great day.